Hi, my name is Roseanne Siegel and I'm a technical specialist on the Autodesk Seek team. Today I'm going to review the Autodesk Seek for Revit add-in. Let's begin by discussing what is Autodesk Seek. Autodesk Seek is a web service that allows designers, architects, engineers, really anybody to find, manufacture, or generic building products and their associated design content. By design content, we mean mostly Revit families, but we also host Autodesk libraries or ADSK libs, system families, CAD drawings, SketchUp files, 3-part specs, really anything that helps the design process through BIM. Seek enables the BIM process and really facilitates the creation of a true BIM project. For more information, check out our frequently asked questions on seek.autodesk.com. Let's take a look at this ecosystem drawing, which will help you understand Seek as it relates to Revit. In the lower left-hand corner, a building product manufacturer will create virtual representations of their products and host those products on Autodesk Seek. Architects, engineers, contractors, and even building owners or facilities maintenance people can access these virtual products through their design program, such as Revit, and access Autodesk Seek directly within. As the designers are creating the virtual building model, they're using the manufacturer's actual products to create a true BIM model. The BIM model then is used to build the building, making sure that all the products that are designed inside of the building are specified and then installed. There are many benefits of utilizing Autodesk Seek. For one, Seek is the largest library of Revit content and has been since 2008. It's free and easy to use for anybody that has the Autodesk platform such as Revit or AutoCAD. Autodesk Seek integrates with A360 storage and is a responsive website design. This allows for you to look for families on the go, store them in your A360 account, and find them and use them at a later point in time. Autodesk Seek also has dedicated Autodesk technical specialists on staff, such as myself, here to help building product manufacturers understand what it takes to create quality BIM content and apply it to the AEC professionals. Seek also has features for users such as Request to Manufacture, which allows you to go to the website and specify what particular products and manufacturers you'd like to see on Autodesk Seek. Seek then takes that message and relays it to the manufacturer. We also pride ourselves on quality content. Take a look at the YouTube video link on the right-hand side of the screen to see more about what our users are saying about Autodesk Seek. Just to take a couple minutes, I think it's important for us to go over the quality content on Autodesk Seek. Autodesk Seek has the Autodesk Revit Model Style Guide. We're responsible for creating this document and have published it starting in 2009. All content that gets put onto Seek goes through a rigorous 36-point content checklist in order for it to be hosted on the Autodesk Seek platform. This QA is even category specific and means that content has different requirements based on what product category it is for Revit families. So in other words, a pipe is going to have a different requirement than a chair, than a window. And finally, all Revit content then receives badges based on its QA results. Take a look at our blog post on the blog.seek.autodesk website in order to find out more about badges. It's also important to understand a brief history of Autodesk Seek. So in 2007, Autodesk Seek was born, and in 2008, Autodesk acquired BIM World. Basically, we inherited quite a few users and quite a few new manufacturers for our users to benefit from. In 2009, we created the Revit Model Content Style Guide. And in 2012, we realized that not everybody was adhering to this style guide. And so what we implemented was a mandatory content quality assurance program initiated for all manufacturer content. Basically, all content that gets put on Seek is required to take the QA test, and then we'll get badges according to what passes and fails. In 2015, we initiated additional user outreach, such as blogs, newsletters, and technical specialists on staff. We've implemented recently a new 3D viewer for content previewing, and most importantly, and the focus of today's session, we've implemented the Autodesk Seek for Revit add-in. This screen cap of the Revit interface shows the traditional Autodesk Seek access, located in the Insert tab on the Autodesk Seek panel. The new Autodesk Seek add-in is located in its own tab and has its own panel. By selecting the first button on the panel, Browse Content, you'll have an undocked palette show up. By undocked, we mean it's able to be moved around anywhere on your screen, in or out of the Revit interface. Before using the add-in, make sure to take a look at the settings. The settings will allow you to do a couple of different things. First of all, it'll allow you to change the different download location for all of your content. We suggest putting this somewhere specific to your particular project that you're working in. Many BIM managers and firms like to take a look at the content and approve it before it goes into the model, checking it for quality. So change this location according to your firm's standards. The lower option here, Search Result Page Size, allows you to change how many search results you get on any given search. So whenever you're using the add-in, there are 3 different ways to search for content. I'm going to start at the bottom. Revit Libraries allows for you to look through all of the generic out-of-the-box content that would come with Revit. We put them on Seek and we provide them here for you so that you don't have to search through your hard drive or through your firm's networks in order to find the out-of-the-box generic content if you need it. Then in the middle here, we've got Seek BIM Quick Links. Quick links are really based on our most popular search terms that we've collected over the years. So it's kind of interesting to take a look at the different searches that people are using the most. But the easiest and most common way to search for something through the add-in is to use the top bar, Find and Download Building Product Models. By simply typing in there, you'll be able to search by either manufacturer or by just a product term. Let's take a look at the Revit add-in in action. So here we are in Autodesk Revit 2016. Note that the add-in works for both 2015 and 2016, and it'll work for all newer versions of Revit going forward. I'm going to choose the Browse Content button and drag my undocked palette from my other screen into this screen. Let's say that I'm looking for windows in my building project, and traditionally I would go to the Insert tab and type in the word window. Instead of doing that, I'm just going to pop open this browser and type in the word window here. Now traditionally, Autodesk would take you to the website, where you would then look on the Autodesk Seek website for content. Instead of doing that, the search appears natively right inside of this palette. Just like on Autodesk Seek, I can sort by different product manufacturers or sort by different categories with the search term window, or I can manually browse through all of the search results here. I'm going to choose a specific manufacturer. Let's take a look at Milgard Windows and Doors. It's going to specify Milgard Windows and Doors as the primary filter, and it'll allow me also to choose them by category for that particular manufacturer, allowing me to choose just a few specific options of windows instead of all of the options for Milgard Windows and Doors. Let's say I want to look at just their awning windows. Now that I've got just the search results that I want to see, I can take a look at the individual product information by selecting on the title here. If I didn't want to see the information about the product, I just wanted to load the family directly into Revit, I'm certainly able to do that by going directly to Revit supported files and say load family to design. However, I'm going to take a step back and go through this a little bit more traditionally. I'm going to select the window by the title and take a look at the information in the description. This information is exactly the same information as what's located on the Autodesk Seek website. Here I can take a look at the description about the product. I can go to view at source, which means it's going to take me to the manufacturer's website. I can read up on that product information per the manufacturer data. I can take a look at the parameters or the information that's included inside of the family itself. And then finally, I can go to Revit supported files. Once I find the file that I like, it's as easy for me to load it in as clicking, dragging, and dropping into an active Revit view. In this case, windows need to be placed in the floor plan, so I'll drag and drop it into floor plan. Once the family is done loading, it'll be available for me to place into my plan, the same as usual. I'll scroll up to a wall, I'll hover over it and click to place, hitting the escape button once I'm done. Let's take a look at another way to load the family to design. Feel free to use the Load Family to Design button, which does the same thing as dragging and dropping. You can also choose to just download the family for future use. Now, oftentimes you'll find content that comes with a family as well as a type catalog. These are usually zipped up and located in a different file than just the Revit family file. Okay. In this case, what you need to do is simply say Load Family to Design. What Autodesk Seek is doing in the background is unzipping that folder and separating the Revit family from the type catalog. Remember, it's saving both for you back in that file location that you've specified so that you can access it for future use. But in the meanwhile, it's saving you quite a few steps over the traditional Seek process. It will present to you all of the different types available from that type catalog, allow you to pick the ones that you want. You can select the control button to bring many in at the same time. And basically, it's a very quick and easy way to download the content as well as the type catalog, bringing in the ones that you want at that exact moment in time. Once it's done loading in Revit, I can place it just like the first one. Once you're done placing your Revit families and you'd like to go back to the home page to search again for a different Revit family, simply select the Home button and it'll start you back over at the top. So a quick summary of the features that we just demonstrated for the Seek for Revit add-in. You can quickly search or browse over 66,000 different manufacturer-specific products from the Autodesk Seek page, directly within the app, and within your Revit program. You can easily place Revit families directly into Revit from within the add-in. You can load types from the catalog while placing the Revit family and save the catalog for future use. You can even preview product details before placement into the project. And of course, specify the download location for your files and change the search page results preferences. So in summary of Autodesk Seek, I'd like to touch on what makes Seek unique for our users. There's 4 main points. The first is accuracy. Autodesk Seek is continuously working with our manufacturers to ensure that their content is up to date and representative of the product specs that are currently in production today at the manufacturer location. We also pride ourselves on ease of use. We hope that the Autodesk Seek experience, and especially the Seek add-in for Revit, allows for you to have a very efficient and smooth workflow, taking you from Revit to Seek and back again. Seek is also unique in that we have design intent behind every single Revit family that we put onto Autodesk Seek. We make sure that all content is vetted by an AEC professional and put through our QA since 2012 in order for you to have the best experience with content that you download from Autodesk Seek. And of course, content QA. All content that goes onto Autodesk Seek since 2012 is quality tested. Make sure that you check your badges for any content that you go to download, and let us know if there's a manufacturer that you'd like to see quality content badges for that doesn't have it. So as a Revit for Seek status update, we've previously been in a 5-month technical preview on Autodesk Labs. We had over 300 downloads. Finally, we've graduated to the Autodesk App Store on November 2nd. Autodesk Seek for Revit is available for download to our subscription Autodesk customers. So head on over to the Autodesk App Store, download the Autodesk Seek add-in, use it when looking for quality content, and let us know how you like it. Thank you for listening about the Autodesk Seek for Revit add-in. Have a great day.